Well, good morning, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us for your 12 p.m. news and weather update. I'm Baileigh Bockover. Let's take a look at our first alert forecast with Dustin Staples.
All of our area locations, no doubt about that. Coastal flood issue remains for some of our inland sounds, especially for the Outer Banks and Crystal Coast communities. There's some good news, though. We're starting to lose a lot of this wind out of this. We thought it would become a Cat 3 yesterday. It was close, but did not reach that. It's running into some drier air right now, winds at 100 miles an hour. And then eventually it's going to move its way off the coast and move up towards the northern Atlantic Ocean, where it'll run into some much cooler waters. So that'll be another issue for portions of Ireland there up towards Greenland and Iceland as well. But again, thankfully we are calm right now as I speak to you. Not much in the way of anything, but here's all the flooding issues. The storm surge from Rodanthe, Avon, Buxton, Hatteras, Ocracoke Island here. Wind gusts between 40 and 55 miles an hour. So we did pretty well. We did a little underperformance, which is a good news, especially for how strong of a storm this was. It did pretty good, moving well out of our hair. Also portions of Emerald, Beaufort, all the way down to Swansboro. More inundation flooding where they could see additional 2 to 4 foot inundation again as we see the storm surge moving its way up our coastline. There's the eye right there. It's kind of hard to see it, but overall, once we get past that, we're going to be seeing some much improved conditions overall. Again, tropical storm warnings continue for the rest of today. And again, these may be getting lifted sooner rather than later, but overall, those wind gusts right now, at least holding between 40 and 35 miles an hour for our coastline, 20 to 30 inland. We'll talk more about that, plus get you updated on a nicer weekend coming up in a bit.
Yeah, the waves were certainly pretty tough out there. I was out there yesterday, but thankfully most of that damage is just going to be on the coast. We're not seeing it come in much further.
Yeah, no inland issues should have any problems. Maybe along the Albemarle and Pamlico Sound, but that's really about it.
All right, good to see. Thank you, Dustin.
Alrighty, now let's take a look at your latest headlines. A Kinston police officer had stolen money from a murder suspect and was fired. Let's dive into the North Carolina State Bureau of Investigation says it was asked in June by the Lenoir County District Attorney's Office to look into the suspected theft of money from a citizen by a Kinston police officer after a crash in May of 2024. Yesterday, the SBI arrested Officer DeQuante Jones. Jones had violated policies related to grossly insufficient job performance, according to the letter from the department's investigation with the SBI. His first court appearance is this morning. More details on that event was on our website and is continued to be on our website at WITN.com. For now, Highway 12 still closed. Highway 12 between the Pony Pens and the ferry terminal remains closed as it is impassable thanks to Hurricane Erin dumping sand and water on the highway. Hyde County says there was minor flooding in Ocracoke, but that access to the inland won't resume until a mandatory evacuation is lifted. A county spokesperson says they won't know more about the condition of the highway until tomorrow. Hyde County enacted a mandatory evacuation Sunday night for visitors on the island. And Trent Woods police are warning residents of a coyote sighting in the area. The animal was seen in the area of Highland Avenue and Canterbury Road. Police are advising people not to approach the coyote if they see it. Instead, they should contact the Trent Woods Police Department. That number is on our website, WITN.com. That way somebody can reach out to you. And for now, Humpy Wheeler has died at the age of 86. Humpy Wheeler was a pioneering motorsports promoter and former president and general manager of Charlotte Motor Speedway. He died at 86, according to NASCAR. The Charlotte Motor Speedway said Wheeler died of natural causes Wednesday in Charlotte, surrounded by his family. He was born to the name of Howard Augustine Wheeler Jr. He was born in 1938 in Belmont, North Carolina, and gained his first major publicity job with Firestone Tire and Rubber Company. He had several other positions after Firestone shut down its racing program in 1970 and was then hired at the Charlotte Motor Speedway by owner Bruton Smith as president in 1975. He became that transformative figure in promoting racing and was known as P.T. Barnum of motorsports for flashy pre-race stunts, elaborate productions, and sparing no expense in ensuring fans have the most enjoyable experience possible at his event. He's survived by his wife, Pat, his daughters, Tracy and Patty, son Trip, and 4 grandchildren. Well, now for those of you that had to evacuate the islands, let's take a look at what we were seeing earlier. This is an image of Highway 12 in Hatteras. So you can just see that there's no road to be seen over there. You can see kind of in the distance workers are trying to work on clearing the road, but that's just a lot of water to deal with right now. So unfortunately, for those of you that want to get back to your homes, maybe a little difficult. That's why that mandatory evacuation order is still in effect. This is a look at Buxton Beach. That camera is looking a little blurry. But Buxton Beach the same way. I mean, you can kind of see the road a little bit there down at the bottom, but for the most part, that's an impassable road. That's a road where you see water on any roadway, and you should know to just turn around and not go through it, because you don't want to risk totaling your car. If you think you can do it, but you're not sure, likelihood you should probably turn around. But we do have some beautiful weather coming towards us tomorrow into this weekend. That's thanks to Hurricane Erin as well. Seeing the sunshine and a bit cooler temperatures. I know next week we might dive into the upper 70s, which is something that we really don't expect to see in August, at the tail end of August. But for now, that's all the time that we have for this hour. You can join us back here at 1 p.m. for more news and weather updates.